I've been on this journey for 10 years, and it has all led us to this particular point in time. I discovered I had a sister. We eventually met. She calls me and says, my church is going to Kenya, and I don't know why, but you need to come. And I was like, I'm going. I lived in an orphanage of teenagers. That was like the first thing, and we lived in the orphanage. And so I think my connection initially was the teenage girls were the same age as my girls. What they've walked through and what they've had to endure, it can't even be spoken. The Lord began to just kind of talk to me about resigning my job. 2016 is when I really started trying to look for kids. So Elizabeth was one of the first people. First time I met her, she was 12, and she already had a child because she had been prostituting herself to try to put food on the table. We had put her in 9th grade. We didn't know what to do. I didn't know her education. She failed everything. One of the things is with poverty is you don't go to school. It doesn't work because she didn't have 8th grade and 7th grade and 6th grade. They just did a study in Kenya, and they focused in on counties. Half of the population in our county is under the age of 15. Half of that population is between the ages of 6 and 13. They're called underage teenagers. You've got all these kids between the ages of 6 and 13 who are doing child labor, making bricks. They said they're, just trying to find water. Many of them committing suicide, and they're not in school. And I really believe that everybody has a right to have that education. I guess what became clear was that we're missing early childhood education, which in America, we know that's where the base is set. But in order to get ahead of this problem, we know that we need a primary school. January 2020 is when I did take Mr. Fryer, my high school principal, with me to Kenya.
Yeah, so I've been in education for 54 years, and out of that, I've had 40-something years in administration. I said, I'll go with you, but I'm not committing to anything. Now, you understand that. I'm not committing to anything. She knew better.
And nobody other than me has ever loved it as much as he did. So having all these years of his experience in education and building, he's built many schools.
The unique power is that you're giving them a foundation which they can build upon, and they have the opportunity to pull themselves out of any circumstance they're in.
We came up with an agreement and were able to secure that 3.4 acres. It's a beautiful piece of property. There's multiple buildings that we want to build. The first building that we've dreamed about is a school. It's 2 stories. It's going to be kindergarten through 8th. I'm really personally passionate about a guest house.
Because that's how, when we take people over right now, we have no place to stay. We have to find places, and it's difficult.
The House of Compassion will be a feeding center where the kids can get breakfast and lunch. The lunchroom will be a multi-purpose room. We could turn it into a church on Sundays. You can remove the chairs. We have dreamed of a prayer gazebo so that we would have just this neat place where you could have a time of prayer. It takes all of us doing something, but this project is a big project, and the total cost of it is $1.3 million.
I can see this school. You told me about 5 years now. I can see this school being a bright, shining light on that hill that we bought, and it's going to be. Let's make a difference today.
God never allows just one person to be part of something. He wants, a community and people to come together to accomplish great work.